What's up, gamers? How you doing? Hey, I want to talk to you guys about controller stick drift on why we get it. So really, the number one reason on why we get early stick drift is when we're playing these video games. Even though we love them, yes, we do love them. They send us on an emotional roller coaster, and it activates our sweat glands. No matter if we're scared, we get excited, stuff like that, and it triggers our glands to yeah, it triggers our glands to make us sweat. While you're playing your headset, you know that hey, your forehead, you're like, oh man, that was an intense game, and you lift your controller up and wipe your forehead. Same thing is happening with our arms, our hands, and stuff like that. We sweat all through our whole body on here, and our sweat from our hands roll down our controllers through these gaps, this gap area right here, and it builds up. The sweat dries, it builds up over time, and the sweat will dry, and it gets on our controllers. So we'll pull off this little cover right here. I already took it apart already, and just kind of do a little walkthrough on here. Like I said, as that sweat drips down our controllers and we're moving back and forth, it's flinging underneath the gears that's underneath here, and it dries over time, and it builds up. As it dries over time and it builds up, it messes with our sensors underneath it. Let me pop this thumb cap off. Yeah. And it gets on our sensor. You can say we're moving back and forth, and it's getting underneath the gears right here, and it's hard to get through. And in some cases, it is. We should not have to take our controllers apart and spray contact cleaners on there to try to remove the dirt and grime from messing up our controllers. You can only spray contact cleaner in your controllers and alcohols in there for so long before it eats your controllers, melts the parts in there, and you won't be able to squeeze the trigger or nothing like that there, or you use so much contact cleaner that it just messes up the thumbsticks, and you have to either replace the thumbstick, or replace the whole controller. So this is what drift blocker does. You take the disc pads. Let me grab a disc pad. This right here is a drift blocker. It's nice, easy, no tools needed. And you see how this O-ring area right here, and you can see the thumbstick there. I'm just kind of showing you what the mechanics of what it basically does. So while we're playing these games, it's keeping the sweat, even though the drift blocker is on the outside of the controller. I'm just kind of showing you, hey, this is what it's doing. It's protecting from the sweat and grime from building up inside of your controllers, making us have a short lifespan of these controllers. So let me put these controllers, kind of put it back together and kind of show you. Like I say, you remember this here? This is why we're getting it. Put the thumbstick on. We'll put the drift blocker on. I can put the cover on real quick. Put the cover on, and we easily, like I said, make sure the writing is down on the controllers. Make sure it's facing down. And you slip the disc pads over your thumbstick, just like that. Give you full range of motion right there. And like I said, while we're playing these games in intense long session and we're sweating, the sweat drips down, never gets inside of the controller, and it's protecting your thumbsticks from the protection. So like I said, they're small, they're powerful, and they protect. So this is why we need drift blockers on our controllers, and they protect healthy controllers on here. If you already have stick drift on your controllers, you got a few options. That is, you can replace your thumbstick, but there's some videos out there that walk you through it. But there have been tons of unsuccessful people taking their controllers apart, damaging it, tearing the ribbon, putting it in the wrong way. There's about 20 different screws. They not putting the controllers back together, and it's not so easy as the videos as they say they are. The next option is, hey, you have to replace your controller. I mean, which is okay now, because before Meta, we had to actually buy the whole headset the whole package with it, the headset and the controllers. Now we can just go on Meta website and just buy either the left or the right controller or both. Right now, I don't know what the prices are. I think last time I checked, I think it was like $75 for one controller. But it's way better than paying the whole $500 or $600, $700 for a new headset to come with controllers. But like I said, drift blockers is the way to go to protect healthy controllers. So like I said, if you currently have stick drift, this is not a repair kit. Drift blockers is a preventive maintenance that protects your controllers ahead of time. So make sure you grab your drift blockers. Go on Amazon, order you some drift blockers. Go on our TikTok shop, order you some drift blockers, or go to driftblocker.com and order you some drift blockers. I mean, whichever website that you feel comfortable with, they still coming from the same place. You get them in just a few days, and happy gaming to you out there. So like I said, long-lasting protection on here. I haven't had to replace a controller in several years. I just love it, and I just knew I had to share it with you guys. So like I said, make sure you grab you some drift blockers and have fun out here. All right. Hope you guys understand. Thanks. Have a good day.